Wow. Hello, guys. Um, I'm so happy today. I don't know how your day went, and I'm sure you're having a nice time. So, today we are having one of the brightest and brightest minds, one of the top scholars. Having a Commonwealth scholarship is one of achievements in the planet Earth. And today I have a Commonwealth scholar with us who's going to be sharing his experience. Who's going to be sharing his tips on how he was able to win that prestigious scholarship award. So today I do like us to welcome Mr. Elvis Okolie. Elvis, how are you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm hoping that will provide a whole lot of insights for people that are watching and tuning in from the different parts of the world. I hope we can make scholars out of people that have tuned in this night. I'm excited.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, Elvis, before we begin, it is nice you tell us about yourself, so that people will know this Elvis guy that we're bringing on board. Who is he? Why is he here in the first place? Elvis, please tell us about yourself.
Okay. Briefly, I'll start from the most basic parts. I'm from Imo State. I am Igbo. Um, Specifically for schooling, I'm a big product of College Okibe that has made a whole lot of great minds and great men. My university education was in University of Calabar, where I studied public health, and emerged as a valedictorian for the university during the 31st convocation. I proceeded to Teesside University, where I won a Commonwealth Shared Scholarship in 2019 for my Master's in Public Health. And I also finished as a valedictorian from Teesside University with a distinction in Public Health. Um, I think that's much for now. That's much for now.
Amazing. So, this valedictorian status, was it meant just for you? Like you had it in the University of California, you also had it through your master's program. Must be, you are only a scholar, that's what it means.
No, I'm basically thinking because some of the things I told myself, like when I was in University of Calabar, I wasn't so engrossed in even making a first class. But after my 100 level, I looked at my results. It was so nice, and something kept egging me on. You can do it. You can do it. And I also wanted to give in my very best for masters because at the level of PhD, I don't want to stress so much, staying up at night. I want to relax, not chase so much. Because if you look at the grading systems for undergraduate and masters, these are the ones you can say, oh, you made a first class, you made a distinction. At the level of PhD, it's just pass or fail, and we're okay with that.
Wow, amazing, amazing. People already out there saying they are happy to have you on board. I think I have Basi, I have Vere, they're saying they're happy to have you on board. So, welcome, man. We are going to dive directly into our conversation tonight. Now that you've told us about yourself, bro, can you tell us your experience as a Commonwealth scholar? What are your experience as a Commonwealth scholar? If you look on the screen, you see my question.
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. So, interestingly, earlier today I was having a discussion with a colleague of mine that were from the same Commonwealth Shared Scholarship cohort. And he made a statement. He said that the Commonwealth Shared Scholarship has changed his life forever.
Wow.
And I think it's something that would resonate with everyone, every young person out there without the means to afford quality education, without the means to go to a diverse culture and experience new learning mechanisms and new learning structures. Commonwealth has changed my life. So, apart from the network it gives you, because you have to now meet other people from different places that are also called scholars. So you need to also see different experience. You experience different cultures. Beyond networking, Commonwealth has also helped me to understand that there are different methods of teaching, different methods of learning, methods of lecturing, methods of assessment, and all that. But most importantly, what Commonwealth has not given me is a team of wonderful young people, wonderful mentors that will become collaborators for life. Is it for research? Is it for grants? Is it for it could also be for mentoring the next set of Commonwealth scholars. And we did a whole lot of mentoring this year for people applying for scholarships.
That's amazing. So right here you have a Commonwealth scholar, a two-time valedictorian, and a mentor of students who want to actually be Commonwealth scholars too. Thank you, Mr. Elvis, for that point out there. So, okay, sir, what is the difference between a Commonwealth Master Scholarship? Because I've been into the scholarship niche for like 8 years, and I'm sure there is Commonwealth Scholarship, Master Scholarship Program. Then there's Commonwealth Shared Scholarship. So, what is the difference between these two so that people will know about that?
Okay, a very quick one. So there are three things you need to know about the differences. So the first one is about the nominating agency. So the nominating agency is the agency that sends your name to the Commonwealth Scholarship Secretariat in London, Woodbourne House, Tavistock Street. So these are the people that will send your name there. So for the Commonwealth Shared, it's the university. So the university you apply to for a spot on their Commonwealth scholarship slots or space. For the Commonwealth General, it is the Ministry of Health. I don't know whether Ministry of Education. I'm a health person. So Ministry of Education under the Federal Scholarship Board, the FSB. So those are the people that will send your name. Now, again, there's something everybody needs to know. The certainty of nomination is one point I had to also scribble down while preparing for this session. Now, if you apply for Commonwealth Shared Scholarships and a university sends you an email that you've been nominated, the only thing that can stop you is either you fail your TB tests, so there's a mandatory tuberculosis test, or something happens. Maybe your village people are somewhere looking at you from the mirror, or something happens. But for the Commonwealth General, when the Federal Scholarship Board of the Ministry of Education nominates you, it is not final. They can send maybe 30 names, and Commonwealth would maybe select only 20 people. So the certainty of nominations would also differ. But university sends, if the university sends you congratulations, you are direct, as long as you're not a reserve candidate for Commonwealth Shared. Once they tell you you're nominated, it's straight for Commonwealth Shared. So university nominates for Commonwealth Shared, while the Ministry of Education or specific scholarship agencies in Commonwealth countries nominate for Commonwealth General Masters.
That's amazing. So you're saying that if a university nominates you for Commonwealth Shared, you are as good as a scholar already. But there is a tendency that in the general Commonwealth scholarship, you might be nominated, and the federal government might decide, the Federal Ministry of Education might decide to, okay, the university who will absorb you might start to take 10 or 20, right? Out of 30.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. That is very clear. So I think the advice would be go for the Commonwealth Shared Scholarship. Let's see.
Exactly. Right. So apart from that too, I always targeted the Commonwealth Shared Scholarship. There is low or no space for corruption. So I knew it was the white men. I knew it was people that would set up boards to look at our applications. I didn't even think of the general. I wanted to hit it straight and see whether I stand a chance in a level playing field.
That's amazing. Wow, that is amazing. And I think it's very clear. It's very clear to anybody who listening to you right now. Okay, so I would want you to.
Please. I don't know whether you can still share me the link. I know most people are chatting me up on WhatsApp. I don't know whether it's appearing on my Facebook wall. I don't know, but a whole lot of people are chatting me up.
Okay, let me drop it with you on your messenger so you can copy from there.
Yes, please. I'll just share it on my WhatsApp. Yes, a whole lot of people are chatting me.
All right, I'm dropping it for you on the messenger so you can just copy it and share. I just drop it for you now.
Yeah.
Did you get that?
Thank you so much. I've gotten it. I'll just copy and put on my WhatsApp.
All right. So thank you. All right. So
Okay.
I'll go ahead, go ahead, share with your friends. If you are watching us, please use the share button to invite your friends to watch this video. Share this video on your timeline. A lot of persons will benefit from it. So please try as hard as you can to share to as many as possible. The information from this conversation can be a saving grace to someone out there. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, so Mr. Elvis, who can apply for Commonwealth Shared Scholarship? Who is eligible to apply, so that those who are watching us can know if they.
Um, um, okay, so if you hold a bachelor's degree from the Nigerian university, any certified Nigerian university, you are eligible to apply. Once you have a bachelor's, a master's scholarship. So once you have a bachelor's degree, you are eligible. But for the specifics in the Commonwealth,
Are you still there?
hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes, if you can hear me, I thought we were lost for a moment. So
Yes, we
specifically, if
did.
you have your bachelor's degree, but then there are other criteria for eligibility. There are other criteria for eligibility to apply for a Commonwealth Shared Scholarship. You must have an admission with a UK university that is under the scheme, that has a course under the scheme for
Okay.
that year's Commonwealth Shared Scholarship. So there are
Okay.
systematic areas that the Commonwealth Shared Scholarship looks at, that strengthening health systems, global prosperity, science and technology. It looks at a whole lot of thematic areas. So you must hold a bachelor's degree, apply to a UK university, make sure that that UK university is participating in that year's Commonwealth Shared Scholarship. You can easily find that on the Commonwealth Scholarship website of the participating institutions. That would also help you understand your eligibility. And then you need to also visit universities. Some universities have specific eligibility criteria for people they want to apply for the Commonwealth Shared Scholarship.
I think that answers that question. Then to add to that, you're talking to uh, a number of people who are not just Nigerians. There are other people here who are from Ghana, Angola. Someone is from Serbia who is listening to us, and people are from other countries around the world who are on this call. So many of them might be asking, is it just for Nigerians? Is this scholarship obtainable in other countries? What do you think about that?
Yeah, so the scholarship is not only for Nigerians. So we have the Commonwealth group of countries. So the scholarship is for the Commonwealth countries. Once your country is a member of the Commonwealth body, you are eligible to apply for this scholarship. It's nice you
That
asked that question. It's
that
not only
answers
Nigerians.
that answers that. That answers that. Thank you so much. So we just go ahead to the next question. How many schools can one apply to win a Commonwealth Shared Scholarship? Like how many schools? Did you
But
apply for just one school?
what's your favorite food? Do you have any
Should I ask?
favorite food? Do you have any favorite food?
I do have a favorite food.
Okay.
You want me to
Would
give
you
you food?
like a small plate of your favorite food, or would you like a bigger plate of your favorite food?
It should be a bigger plate, bro. What do you mean? I need a bigger plate.
Okay. Okay, so if you want to apply to as many schools as possible under the courses you are eligible for. If you're
Oh,
applying for instance, public health, most schools will offer Master of Public Health. Most schools will offer reproductive health, MSc reproductive health. Most people will offer MSc health promotion. Once you have a health background, you can apply for all these things. The more the schools, the better. I applied for 6 schools under. I applied for 5 schools under Commonwealth. I applied for an additional scholarship that is not Commonwealth. I won the additional scholarship that is not Commonwealth, and also won a Commonwealth scholarship. So I applied to okay, I got 3 scholarships out of 6. So what if I applied to those 3 that didn't give me? So that would have
Wow.
been problematic. I applied to as many. This year I saw somebody applying to 7 schools.
Okay. So I think this is the secret. Apply to as many schools as possible that have
Yes.
the eligible courses. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. Then here is it okay to use one essay for several courses if an applicant is applying to several schools?
Okay, so the way I captured this is that it's just like building a foundation. Or I don't know for other countries, you used to cook beans. For Ghana is wake. I don't know whether it's wake they call it in Ghana. So the way you have beans, look at beans as your one essay. Look at beans as your one essay. Now look at gari or pap or bread or anything as you editing that essay to fit several related courses. The courses
Okay.
must be related. So now I can use one essay as a foundation, and I go to maybe University of Nottingham, and University of offering statistics, offering data analysis. I will edit a part of the essay that looks at courses. So I essay to look at different parts of what I want to talk about. So I'll use that one essay, say, okay, this course you're offering, this thing, it will improve my skill this way. I go to the next university and I adapt that same essay. It's not easy to produce different essays at once. So one essay should serve as a foundation, and you now tweak it to fit the different schools and courses you want to apply for.
That's very informative. And I thank you for being very direct. So one essay forms your foundation with which you can tweak to suit any other university you're applying to. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, what are the core stages of this application? Like, what are the core stages that someone will have to take note of in the application process?
So I feel the most important stage of the application process is making sure you obtain the relevant documents. It's making sure you obtain the relevant documents. So you need to ensure the most important document of your scholarship journey is your undergraduate transcript.
Okay.
You nearly denied me an opportunity. Your undergraduate transcript is the most important document you need for your application. Some people are missing what's it called? Some people are missing opportunities because they don't have transcript. So one of the most difficult parts is obtaining all the documents you want. One document can frustrate you. You might get to the finishing line and nobody sends in recommendation letters for you. You've lost the scholarship. You might go and the particular school says, oh, they are hell bent on you getting an English proficiency test or getting a letter from your school telling them your courses were done in English, and you don't have that. It is very difficult. And then the next difficult stage is developing essays. Like, it takes a lot, especially for young people, to develop the knack for writing and writing consistently. It will surprise people that if I tell them how I wrote my essay, my essays is very funny. It took me, so I was working in Bielsa then, I was consulting for an NGO then. I was always very busy. So I spread my essay that it took me about 2 months to write the whole essays. I could remember and come, put something down, scribble something and all that. So allow enough time to come out with a wonderful essay. Allow enough time. So it's also a very critical stage of the application.
Okay, so it means you have to start out on time to begin your application process. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. I have someone is asking, is South Sudan eligible? I think World Scholarship Forum has made a comment on this. These countries on the screen are all eligible for the Commonwealth Shared Scholarship. So you can always look through these comments and see if your country is represented if you're watching us now or if you watch this video later. This list of countries are all eligible. People from these countries or who reside in these countries are eligible to apply for the Commonwealth Shared Scholarship. All right, so I think I have a number of questions out here, but we'll go through them towards the close of this session so that we will be able to finish on time. So, Mr. Elvis, here's another question.
Yeah.
How many recommendations are expected for the application? Like, how many recommendations are expected?
3 recommendations are required. 3 recommendations are required. So it's expected that you have 2 recommendations that are more of the academic, 2 academic recommendations, and 1 professional recommendation. Maybe we are mostly young people. Most of us don't have so much working experiences. So maybe where you volunteered, it could be where you did your NYSC, it could be somewhere you've worked. It could even be an uncle that works somewhere that you would go to help him do his work. He can give you the professional recommendation, an employer or whatever. Then you need about 2 academic recommendations, so 3. But Commonwealth will always tell you that 2 is enough. But if you can send the 3, send. You never know what could be the distinguishing factor between you and the next scholarship applicant.
Amazing, amazing. So you're recommending 3. You're saying we should send out 3 recommendations, 2 academic, 1 professional.
Yes.
Yes, very clear. Okay, so how can an applicant stand out without sufficient work experience? How can an applicant stand out even though they've not got work experience?
Okay, this is quite not something I'll rush immediately, but I'll try to be very brief with my answers. So I looked at this particular question from 5 different points. So I'll run through it. The first one is thorough planning. I've discussed it initially. So you must take time to plan your essay. In short, this time could be when you're not even ready to apply for scholarships. I started believing and thinking and planning that I would have my master's outside of this country from around 300 level. I used to have a book of mine I wrote, MPH London, while I was still in the university. So you need to allow time for thorough planning. Plan your essays, plan your undergraduate result. For undergraduates that are here with us, you can start now to plan. Plan the people that could be your potential essay reviewers, how you reach out to them to review your work. Thorough planning. Okay. Now, the second part of standing out, I believe, is to deliver in a robust manner. So that you need to make your application to be very robust, to be very comprehensive, and to be very interesting. So, example, people start 90% of the personal statements I will see, they will say, when I was a child, personal statements. Like millions of people use the same personal statements, and the reviewer will sit and be like, which one is when I was a child? So you need to start thinking differently. So you need to deliver something that is irresistible. It is quite important. Your essay, your everything. So critical reviews. So this year, by God's grace, I reviewed about 13 essays for people applying for different scholarships, and about 8 people got scholarships this year. There are a whole lot of other factors that may not only be my support to them. They are also exceptional candidates and all that. But I did those reviews. So you need to have critical reviews. It is best for you to look for people in your field and people that might have won that scholarship, that particular scholarship. So you can't see me in public health and you bring economics. I can give you general ideas of what I think won't flow, but I might not be in my element to review an essay that is far off from my domain.
Yeah.
So it's quite, or somebody brings computer and is telling me Java, PHP, I will just laugh and throw away the essay. So allow time for critical reviews. So you need to also meet funders' expectation. You need to know whether a scholarship is more tilted to academic excellence, whether a scholarship is more tilted to leadership potentials, or whether a scholarship is more tilted to funding people that have a need for funding their higher education. A big
Okay.
example, Commonwealth Shared Scholarship is different from Chevening. Chevening doesn't care whether you have a 2-2. As long as you've demonstrated leadership potentials, as long as you've been involved in community development services, as long as you've shown this openness or passion to lead, Chevening will look at you one way, straight. But Commonwealth Shared Scholarship is also part of our discussion. Looks at academic excellence and then a sprinkle of leadership and your impact statement is very important. Then finally, personal profile. I know it helped me stand out because even as an undergraduate, I had volunteered and worked for some of the biggest multilateral organizations, UNFPA. I did some work for UNICEF. I did some work with USAID. I had won grants, published a paper. So I feel personal profile is also very important.
Amazing. I think this is very informative. Like this is very informative. Okay, sir. What was your challenge? You finally got the scholarship, but I'm sure that there are points when you either wanted to give up or be like, is this gonna work? At what point? What was the challenge you had?
So so my biggest challenge applying for the Commonwealth Shared Scholarship, the biggest one was time. So like I initially said, I was working in the role of a consultant. This was meant to be a core member, but I was in the thick of the Ministry of Health in Bayelsa State as at that moment. So I didn't have so much time for myself. I could even be called the weekend, say go to Abuja, or we booked a flight for you, go to this place. Midnight, they can call me and say, go and meet the commissioner, he's in this hotel. So I didn't even have time to do a whole lot of planning. But I knew I needed to be disciplined enough to apply for this scholarship. I knew I needed to create time somewhere. So time was some of my biggest challenge. Some other people's challenge could be getting the necessary documents they need. It could be getting people that will be their referees. It could be sort of even knowing how to apply for these scholarships. These are challenges that may differ. But what matters most is that when you find yourself in most of those challenges, remind yourself that there are millions and thousands of people that have been there before you, and in one way or the other, they navigated through these challenges. And I feel that another thing I didn't have then was a wider support system. I knew I had a friend that was in the UK on the scholarship, and I was like, I'm going to get this scholarship. But beyond her, I felt I didn't have a group of people that were also applying with me at once. The people around me I had told, apply, apply. They didn't think it was something they could do and get. So after I got, I'm also happy because I have started opening the pace. People I know, like two younger people went after me, won scholarships this year, and it's possible, it's doable. So that's that.
Okay, that is that about that. So you had time challenge and or you were able to fix it up.
Yeah.
So let's say when you are applying for the Commonwealth Shared Scholarship, you also write development impact essay. Do you have any hint you can give to someone who is going to apply for this scholarship anytime, or a tip that they can use to scale through this stage of development impact essay? Are you there? Oh, did I lose him? Hello, Elvis. Did you get my question?
I didn't get you. We were lost. Where I didn't get you.
Okay, so sorry. I was asking, when you're applying for Commonwealth Shared Scholarship, there is always a development impact essay you have to do. So do you have a template? Do you have something you advise those who are applying to follow, a procedure you feel that if they follow, they will get the best of this essay?
Oh, all right, a quick one. I would also want to put it out that writing styles are nuanced, but it's also nice that there is a sort of writing structure or template or format that could tell story that someone could pick it up and be interested. So I did more like something that a flow chart where the very first part is for you to give us a background in your impact statement. So what's the
Okay.
problem? So that's like the problem statement. What's the problem? Now, I think that the next part of your essay would be about you evaluating if there are any current or past efforts to address those.
Oh, did I lose you again? Elvis, are you there? Oh my God. All right. I think his screen is turning up. Okay, Elvis, we lost you at some point, so please can you come again?
Okay. Okay, so I feel that after you've discussed about the problem, so if you're in health, you can talk about how COVID has affected health systems. It could be that you're talking about HIV and AIDS. It could be that you're talking about cancer. Just give us what the problem is. And then the next part will be you evaluating if there are any current or past approaches to address that problem. Because
Okay.
some of the people that will review your essays are very well read. They will tell you that there has been um, an effort, a UN intervention to address this. So it's nice that you know that if you want to address a specific problem, also mention or check while you're writing whether there have been any past effort to address that issue, or an intervention to address that issue, or a past technology to address the issue or something, or if there is anyone that is current that is trying to address it but is not addressing it the way it should be. So
Okay.
always think whether there is a problem somewhere, and whether there
That
is some people doing something to address it. And so if you get your masters, the skills, the knowledge, the network you build from the Commonwealth Shared Scholarship, what do you want to do? Apart from what you want to do, so you need to be very creative with how you want to address the problem. A whole lot of people will say, oh, they will write research, research, research. But sometimes the problem is not putting out research. Sometimes before a research gets even one citation, it could take up to 5 years. But it does not mean that people are not reading it. So it could be that beyond doing research, how do you want to disseminate the knowledge from your research that you think would address that issue? People are very creative. Some people can say, okay, they have followership on Facebook, they can send specific letters to a minister, they can start conducting advocacy, they can create clubs in schools where they will mentor and teach people, they can raise awareness about the issue. So you must be creative in a way that is very feasible. So don't go and say what you is unrealistic or what is out of fashion. So you must now address, tell us how you want to use the knowledge, the skills, the
To find
exposure
excellent
to
writers on the
address the
various free
problem that you think has not been addressed, the development impact you want to make. How do you want to make that impact? I think that answers that.
all right. So you know, that is very clear, and I'm certain that anybody who has listened to that should be able to know how to set out their development impact essay. So we'll take the last question before we go through the questions people have on the comment section. Okay. So this question says, can you? It's a part you need to guide the listeners on. So we need to talk a little around the future career plans category. When you ask that question, how do you?
Okay, so this so I'll, I'll look at this question from this way. If you're already on a path, like you have dreams of where you're going to, and you've sort of also met people that have gone so far ahead, it will become quite very, very easy to write or talk future career plans.
Okay.
But it's important, like I will also tell you that 85% to 90% of people applying for Commonwealth scholarship will tell you part of their future career plans is to do a PhD, become a professor. It's something you will see somewhere. That
Okay.
is also good. It shows that you're hungry to remain in the field and to also raise the next set of scholars or add to the body of knowledge in the academia. That is quite important. But you need to be consistent from all your essays, so that if someone is seeing your personal statement, is looking at your impact statement, and looking at your future career plans, there is a sort
Yeah.
of consistency running through.
Consistency. Yeah.
So it shouldn't be disjointed. So apart from the professor lecturer thing, apart from the professor lecturer thing, the the most important thing is for you to be realistic about what you want to do.
Yeah.
So for people, I don't know, I'm so biased to health because that's my domain. So for, let me just say, for technology, an issue in Nigeria where there is a current Twitter ban and all that, and a whole lot of people are saying, okay, we also need to start thinking of homegrown approaches. So it could be technology that looks at maybe monitoring school children. So now there are a whole lot of kidnapping around Nigeria, and people have not looked at that as a future plan. That is something they can do. It could be you thinking about something that is simple but very effective beyond. So I'm talking this outside of the lecturing professorship thing. Is always very constant in essays. You
Yeah.
can think of even opening clubs. So part of the thing Commonwealth looks at is value for money. So if I'm funding you, what is the potential value for you? So one of the things I look at when I'm applying for scholarships is that I want to tell the funder that in as much as you're investing in me, part of my future plans is to create a mechanism where this particular knowledge will be passed on to millions of people. I want to show them the ripple effects in my future career plans. For example,
Yeah.
I'm very passionate about reproductive health. Lately, I've been working around Lately, I've been working around cervical cancer because there is low knowledge. One of the things I suggested was that at the level of secondary, I would work with administrations to set up clubs or forums where people can maybe talk about cancer. When you set up clubs, and that is a very
Mr. Elvis, are you there?
I don't know what's happening at work. Can you
Okay,
hear me? I'm checking
that
from my
was
end. It's okay. I can open pages.
I can hear you now. We lost you for some time, so welcome back, please. Okay,
All
so
right. So
we'll say,
just to end that, try to be objective, be realistic. Let whatever your future plans is be something that someone would see and say there's a possibility that this can happen when we give this person the scholarship.
amazing. We'll take just a little, a few minutes.
Get your post-UME, past questions and answers. Get your job recruitment, past questions and answers. Get your scholarship, past questions and answers. All at www.pastquestionsandanswers.com.
All right. Thank you so much for the time. Elvis, I think we'll go directly into the question and answer section. So we're looking at the comments to know what people have asked, and you can help us attend to some of these questions. Okay, so one of the questions I got here was when the application process begins. Someone is asking, is this application still on? At what time did you apply for your scholarship? What was the time range? Was it January 2nd? Was it in January, February, March? At what time did you start your application?
I sent in most of my applications in February. So
Okay.
for go in for the coming session. So it should be open around maybe August, September, November. I think they should keep on checking the websites, also staying on what scholarship forum as you also furnish them with new development.
Okay, we actually made a publication of this scholarship sometime in January, February. The application for some for some countries and schools ended around 9th of April 2021. So those who are watching this program at this time can begin to prepare for the next application that will happen within the next few months, might be next year, and things like that. Okay, someone is asking, I'm interested. Okay, I'm interested, and I'm from Ethiopia. I have BSc degree, Department of Forex Science. Okay, did I lose Mr. Elvis again? Please, Mr. Elvis, do join us again, and so we can complete this session. So while we wait for him, we want to play a video for one of our sponsors. Please don't go away.
Forums. That is why we are offering a platform where you can find all. It is an undeniable struggle to find excellent writers on the various freelance forums. That is why we are offering a platform where you can find already trained and vetted writers that deliver top quality works at the stipulated time of agreement. The platform is user-friendly and the process straight to the point. Send in your offers and receive proposals from various interested writers, stating what they can do and how much it would cost. Then, select anyone that best suits your requirement. Monitor the progress of your project through the chat system, and rest assured that your money is 100% safe with us. It is only released when you are absolutely satisfied with the job and hit the accept button. So, what are you waiting for? Grab a stall in this unique marketplace for writers and start collaborating with a plethora of remarkable writers today. Writer's Gig, stay on the right path. It is an undeniable struggle to find excellent writers on the various freelance forums. That is why we are offering a platform where you can find already trained and vetted writers that deliver top quality works at the stipulated time of agreement. The platform is user-friendly and the process straight to the point. Send in your offers and receive proposals from various interested writers, stating what they can do and how much it would cost. Then, select anyone that best suits your requirement. Monitor the progress of your project through the chat system, and rest assured that your money is 100% safe with us. It is only released when you are absolutely satisfied with the job and hit the accept button. So, what are you waiting for? Grab a stall in this unique marketplace for writers and start collaborating with a plethora of remarkable writers today. Writer's Gig, stay on the right path.
Thank you. Elvis, welcome back. You were away for some time, and I'm glad you're back here. So we will be summarizing this section. I think we have just one more question to go. Say, okay, look at that. Can a Commonwealth scholar be allowed to stay and work in the UK after the completion of the scholarship? Mr. Elvis, did you get that?
So, as part of your scholarship award, you have to sign a scholarship contract. Yeah, I got it. So, as part of your scholarship award,
Oh my God. Is Elvis back, please?
Get your post-UME, past questions and answers. Get your job recruitment, past questions and answers. Get your scholarship, past questions and answers. All at www.pastquestionsandanswers.com.
Struggle to find excellent writers on the various freelance forums. That is why we are offering a platform where you can find already trained and vetted writers that deliver top quality works at the stipulated time of agreement. The platform is user-friendly and the process straight to the point. Send in your offers and receive proposals from various interested writers stating what they can do and how much it would cost. Then, select anyone that best suits your requirement. Monitor the progress of your project through the chat system, and rest assured that your money is 100% safe with us. It is only released when you are absolutely satisfied with the job and hit the accept button. So, what are you waiting for? Grab a stall in this unique marketplace for writers and start collaborating with a plethora of remarkable writers today. Writer's Gig, stay on the right path. It is an undeniable struggle to find excellent writers on the various freelance forums. That is why we are offering a platform where you can find already trained and vetted writers that deliver top quality works at the stipulated time of agreement. The platform is user-friendly and the process straight to the point. Send in your offers and receive proposals from various interested writers stating what they can do and how much it would cost. Then, select anyone that best suits your requirement. Monitor the progress of your project through the chat system, and rest assured that your money is 100% safe with us. It is only released when you are absolutely satisfied with the job and hit the accept button. So, what are you waiting for? Grab a stall in this unique marketplace for writers and start collaborating with a plethora of remarkable writers today. Writer's Gig, stay on the right path.
All right, Mr. Elvis, we're back, please. We just have one question that you answer and we'll call it a day. So we're saying, can Can a Commonwealth scholar be allowed to stay and work in the UK after completion of the scholarship?
I didn't get you, please. You were, I guess network made me not to get you. I couldn't get you.
Okay. The question is on the screen. I say, can a
Okay,
Commonwealth
okay.
scholar be allowed to stay in the UK after the Commonwealth scholarship?
So basically you're bound by your contract to return back to your home country. There are only two pathways that you can remain in the UK. Either you get a PhD and ask the CAC to give you a permission letter to remain in the UK. The second is either you get a job with a company that can sponsor a visa. So the other ways people do is that the other way people use in circumventing some of the rules and staying back is um, they have to maybe apply for another master's in nursing for about 3 years and all that. So you must come back to your home country before you return. So either you get it through a PhD that is fully funded, or you get a job from an organization or a company that can completion of your scholarship.
Wow. Okay, that's amazing. So we want to thank Mr. Elvis for being part of this conversation tonight, and we are asking everyone who has been on this call to visit our website worldscholarshipforum.com for more information on scholarship opportunities. There are a lot of scholarship opportunities that are out there for undergraduate, for masters, for PhD. There are career tips around on the website. There are school options where we have written contents about several schools, their tuition fee, the best places to study, where you can find any kind of course you want to study, the best countries to study in. There are a lot of content on worldscholarshipforum.com that will guide you to achieve your academic dreams. Mr. Elvis, what is your last word for all the students watching us
Yeah.
who want to apply for a master's program, a master's degree program, a PhD scholarship program, who want to apply for undergraduate scholarship program? What is your last word for them before we close this conversation tonight?
So my last words are keep believing. Don't be your biggest critic. You're talking to someone that has done it. Without scholarships, I don't think I could have raised money to have I
That was network.
that are also hungry
Hopefully,
to become more than they are. And then always use every channel to inform and to become better, to inform yourself and to become better. You can do it. Potential scholars are also listening to us currently. It is possible.
thank you so much, Mr. Elvis. For all of you listening to us, we do this program every week. Precisely on Wednesdays. So do join us. It is World Scholars Summit. Join us in the next Wednesday. That is the Wednesday after this, after the coming Wednesday. Join us live. We are going to have another scholar join us on this platform to share their experience. We're going to pick up another scholarship entirely different from Commonwealth Shared Scholarship. So we're doing this to assist people who are looking out for opportunities to go out there and study. And I'm certain there are a lot of people whose hope of getting quality education is depending on scholarship. That is our mission. You know, we're doing this as part of our contribution to community development and as part of our contribution to humanity. So I want to say thank you, Mr. Elvis, for being part of our program on World Scholar Summit today. And to everyone who has joined us on this conversation, we want to say thank you. If you are not here, we wouldn't have had an audience to listen to us. Thank you for being part of this. So for the person who asked, okay, I think Elvis, before you go, I want you to answer this question that was posted by Amare
It's 9
Behanu. So she's from Ethiopia. She's asking that she's interested, and she's from Ethiopia, and she has a bachelor's degree in the Department of Forest Science. Is she eligible for a Commonwealth Shared Scholarship? Mr. Elvis, just do that, and we'll be off for today. Thank you.
Oh, okay, yes, she is. She now has to look at specific courses that are presented on the Commonwealth Scholarship website to see where her degree in forest science can fit into. You know, she should start thinking of wildlife conservation. She should start thinking around climate change, climate science, and all that. So she's eligible if she sees courses that fit into what she studied. Again, before we go, I also want to give this as a suggestion, maybe for future sessions. Maybe there are times you should also be open to doing practical sessions where we might come and look at essays, random essays from scholars, and do practical things as to what reviewers could look out for in people's essays.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Elvis. I'm certain that a number of people want to reach out to you to mentor them and guide them. Hope they can get across to you.
Yes, they can. They can. I can be I can be a bit busy, but you can always reach me. You can always reach me.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate you for what you've done for us tonight. You don't know how much
Thank you.
knowledge you shared with us and with our audience. This video, we had over 70 people who joined us live, and I'm sure that they were coming in and going. So from about more than 10 countries, people who came from more than 10 countries joined us on this platform to watch us tonight. And I'm so sure that this video is on YouTube, is on Facebook, and is on my personal timeline, and it will be there for future purposes. Well, I'm certain that a number of people will watch this video in time to come, and it will still be very informative for them. Thank you, Mr. Elvis, for yielding yourself to impact the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you, our audience, for being with us. I think we'll meet you in the next program. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Get your post-UME, past questions and answers. Get your job recruitment, past questions and answers. Get your scholarship, past questions and answers. All at www.pastquestionsandanswers.com.
To find excellent writers on the various freelance forums. That is why we are offering a platform where you can find already trained and vetted writers that deliver top quality works at the stipulated time of agreement. The platform is user-friendly and the process straight to the point. Send in your offers and receive proposals from various interested writers stating what they can do and how much it would cost. Then, select anyone that best suits your requirement. Monitor the progress of your project through the chat system and rest assured that your money is 100% safe with us. It is only released when you are absolutely satisfied with the job and hit the accept button. So, what are you waiting for? Grab a stall in this unique marketplace for writers and start collaborating with a plethora of remarkable writers today. Writers Gig, stay on the right path.